It's game time, we ain't playing with you. It's game time, it's game time, we ain't playing with you. That's how we ball for y'all.
What up, what up, what up, what up? You're rocking with Dua.
And Jamel.
Yo, thanks for joining us for episode 59.
59.
Round of applause. 9 on it. 59 on it. Yo, what's good, nephew?
Not much.
You know what I mean? See how to start this, man. I just can't believe, man. It happens a lot throughout the years, but I feel like this is like maybe one of the worst fires that is going on in Los Angeles.
Maybe.
You know, I know it's very costly looking like it.
Yes.
You know, so everybody's watching different, I wouldn't say highlights, but like different videos that was going on. Talking about Pacific, Palisade, in Los Angeles. It's just people losing their homes left and right. There's a lot of top celebrities too. You know, celebrities. They're already estimating that it's gonna cost them $52 billion in damage. Man, so I pray for all the people affected and things like that. Um, but on the other hand, I'm like, yo, how does this keep happening?
Yeah.
Like I feel like to stop all this is gonna cost them way less than when the final damages are going on for somebody to take control of this, because it happens every year, or not even every year. I think it just happened recently, probably maybe not even 5 months or 4 months. You know, man. But I mean, I pay attention to what people are saying in the internet and the streets, and it's like people are saying that people are causing this. You know, these are intentional fires because they say it's in the city. Like, how do you start a fire in the city? And I also seen some videos of people setting fires. You know, even DG, he said something, that caught my attention. I was like, I kind of agree.
Mind y'all, this
what
is
he's
the
talking
city.
about.
I'm confused. I'm like, how is it fire in the city? Makes zero sense to me. So,
Me too.
I don't know. I think somebody's starting it. I'm not gonna lie. I think this
so
is
too.
something that has to be some type of plan. It doesn't make sense. I feel like somebody got to be starting some type of fire, bro. It's no way it's happening. And it happened in Pacific Palisades. I don't know if y'all ever been to LA or been to Malibu, but the Pacific Palisades, let me show y'all something real quick. One of the most expensive places to live.
A lot of actors
This is a 4-bedroom.
losing their homes.
My house is almost the same size as this. This is not that big to be $18.9 million. Everything in the Pacific Palisades is 2.5 the lowest, 5.8, 5.9, 6.5. Like, all these houses is extremely expensive.
Yeah.
And y'all know what happens when your house burned down? I might be wrong.
But and it's on to something because people are, even though they're losing their homes, they have insurance. They, like they say, start all over.
Yeah. That's some people.
Some people, yeah.
But there's also deaths in there too. So there's some people not just losing their homes, they're losing their life.
That is true, and that's the tragedy part about it. When if somebody is starting these fires, it's affecting more than what they expected. It's a self act. Somebody's taking upon themselves and doing a self act. They're not realizing what is going to affect death total and family, because I've seen people who lived there for 50 years, 60 years, and now they're like, yeah, I lost everything. So yeah, I pray, prayers go out to all the families and everybody's affected. Um, But I did hear Joe Biden saying that we're gonna take care of all the debt. We're gonna take care of that $2 billion helping them out for their policy and making sure that they clean the city up again.
That's nice. Yeah. But yeah.
But we're still in the same boat. I don't know where we get all this money from. I still keep saying we don't even have it to that's just gonna add towards the debt, And then some people also feel differently, like, oh wow, how could you save focus on them and then you didn't do things for North Carolina that just recently happened. You have funds for them, but we got funds for that. Oh man. But that's politics, guy.
Yeah. But I was thinking, but like what he said, because if someone is starting the fires and they're trying to free up the land and stuff like that so they can repurpose it,
Mm-hmm.
because it is a highly expensive area for the houses to be burnt down. They got to be rebuilt,
Mm-hmm.
and the people that are gone, they would have to buy those lands, or it won't be nobody to sand, and it goes to the government. So there's a lot to take from it. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, because yes, that once things rebuild, that does go to the government, and it goes back to rebuilding. It's like a whole cycle, the whole uh process, But I don't know, I don't know, but it's just very weird and timingly for this to happen.
But it's also interesting. They
Mm.
say they can do a lot of stuff, like the government can send rockets, unmanned stuff, but
Mhm.
they haven't figured out a way to like stop these fires or even protect people from the fires. It always seems like they're just too late.
Yeah, and I've seen some clip. It was crazy. It was like they ran out of water or supplies even for the fire. Fire got put out the fire. So it was. But I thought they had like a team. At one point I seen I forget what movie, but they have like a whole
Yeah, like the
team.
fire and the wire forces
Yeah,
drop the sand and stuff
yeah.
like that. The water's from the
So how
helicopter.
do they allow it to get out of hand like this?
Yeah,
And especially when somebody calls and say, "Hey, it's a fire." How do you allow? I mean, with our technology, we should have some type of forget water. You know what I mean? It shouldn't even be water. It should be some type of liquid that dissolves fire like that. But it's still nothing, nothing that they have developed. So they have to sit here and witness this apocalypse. It looks like a apocalypse, with all these ashes on these $1 million houses.
hmm
Insane, insane. But yeah, my prayers go out to families
definitely.
and the people affected to that. I see. Shout out to Airbnb. They're doing great things. They was helping people out. Anything people was affected, they was letting them stay in Airbnb. So that was cool. I like to see that. I like to see that. Uh, but talking about politics a little bit. It looks like Trump. He beat the jail time.
Yeah.
From he was convicted for 34 felonies. I mean, I knew he wasn't going to go do no jail time. So I say it's good to be the president.
Definitely is.
It's good to be the president. Like, get all little jumped up charges. Think you got to just pay like a fine,
Mhm.
you know? Um, so, he's not. I mean, and it's funny when I talked about it way back, it was like, oh, watch you be the first president with a convicted felony. But that was a good thing for him, you
Yeah.
know? That was a good thing for him.
Like he pretty much had no other choice but to win the election in order to get this stuff like either just marked down or lower the charges for him.
Yeah.
Because I doubt if he was the president right now, it'd be the same output
Oh
or the
no,
same verdict.
they definitely would try to put him in jail. They definitely trying to put him in jail. So he's definitely fighting.
hmm
He's definitely fighting. Also, you seen that he's talking about changing the Gulf of Mexico into the Gulf of America.
hmm
Yo, Trump's crazy. He's crazy, man. Well, we'll see, we'll see.
hmm
We'll see what's in stores. Yo,
But I
man.
think he probably want to leave a legacy, like a bigger legacy.
Mhm.
Because for the rest of his life, he gonna be telling everybody, "I changed the Gulf of Mexico to America. This is my area."
Yeah. So man, he's gonna change a lot of things. So, but he's about to, he's about to be, inducted back to being the president.
Hmm.
That's the countdown coming up. Um, and also I seen that they talking about on TikTok, and they're still planning to close on January 19th. I really think I don't know. See if Trump's like gonna when he gets off. Is he gonna try to reverse that? You know,
Like
um,
maybe because he's been fighting for TikTok.
yeah. So hey, man, I mean, w- if we can come to some type of agreement with China and and um and just be let them have like we is a little bit a part of the United States of just kind of like having some type of partnership. I think we can work it out. I think we can work something out. But we gotta pay attention. We gotta see because who else is gonna take over next? Because TikTok's addicting. TikTok runs a lot of things when it comes to the music, advertisement, even
Hmm.
people marketing, sales, selling on TikTok, subscription, all that stuff. So TikTok really opened up a big platform for a lot of people. So for that to be gone on the January 19th, gonna look a little different. Internet's gonna look a little different. It's like losing one of the social medias. Like one of boom, wow, that's gone. Um, it's like imagine waking up and then all social media is gone. Facebook, Instagram, everybody.
Gotta go
Think,
talk to people
oh
outside.
man, people go crazy. People will go crazy. But we'll see. We'll see what happens, and see when Trump comes in office. Will he step in and do something for that? Uh, I've been quiet on the music tip, so I was like, yo, I did go to Puerto Rico, so I was like, yo, let me just listen to the Bad Bunny's album. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what's up. The debit Tera Tera Mass Photo. Probably saying it wrong, but I enjoyed it. I liked the album. The album was I feel like Bad Bunny's getting back to his roots of the Puerto Rico. Just of the sound. It reminds me of just going through a bunch of barbecues or just get-togethers and being in the backyard. And he had the perfect cover, just sitting on that white chair, man. You always be just sitting on that white chair, probably having a Corona, having some drinks, chatting it up, getting a little dance. I feel the dance vibe is definitely strong on this album. Definitely getting back to some roots. I see. Um, so I might not understand the poquito español, but you know, I can feel it. I can, I can feel the rhythm. I can feel the energy that the vibes that he's definitely going back. 'Cause I can hear it's like a classic. It's a classic feel of the Spanish roots for just that sound being Puerto Rican.
Definitely.
Yeah,
It's like I listened to the whole album. Got a few tracks that I like, even though I don't know none of the words.
yeah.
So,
I'm not even gonna try to say them.
so I vibed out with them. Starting off with the New York track for the number one for the No Wave I Know, so I
Mm-hmm.
was good.
Yeah, yeah. But I'm telling you, it just reminds me of just going to those, hearing that type of sound, um, going to Puerto Ricans, barbecues and things like that, different events, and it's just having that sound because they have that type of sound, and he just implemented it with a new way that he's trying to move with his classic, you know. So he's tapping in on that.
Yeah,
So it's dope. So definitely go check out Bad Bunny's album. I think people I think people liking it too. Hearing good things about it.
mhm.
You know, check that out. I'm about to just talk
Jump
about some like
technology.
technology. Let's get into technology early in the game. But I seen where it says Sony PlayStation now is trying to invent like a new gaming system where they can put smell in it.
Hmm.
I was like, yo, Can they? Can they really? Why would you really want that? Because and the people was making jokes because they say from GTA, Grand Theft Auto, people were heading right to the strip club. I was like, yo, how you just going? You think they gonna put that type of smell in the game? You know? But
Hmm.
I did see something that said from another gaming they wanted to use it to where they can guide them through the game from the smelling, so they smell their way through the levels of the game.
Oh, that'd be cool.
You
That
know,
adds to the whole nother like what's that called? Another sense to the game.
mm. It's like follow the scent probably,
Mm-hmm.
or or probably And then people was talking about people gonna look at going to some weed games and things they gonna probably have some marijuana. I was like, I don't know, man. I gotta see what these smells are gonna be like because a lot of these games are creepy and crazy.
Oh
So
yeah,
what the
like
hell? It ain't no roses running around. It's a lot of grimy or even like army in dirt, dust. It's all kinds of different smells. So what that's gonna smell like? What are they gonna put into the game that is gonna attract the attention? And how the hell are they gonna do that? I want to see how they're gonna do that. Is that gonna be like a special tool that they're gonna have to put in that implements a lot of smells?
gonna be a lot. It's gonna be some type of mixer thing. But like I said, like one thing for sure, this is like an old concept that they used to talk about
Mm-hmm.
like a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
But to see if someone actually makes it, that'd just be interesting. But cause they talked about this back in the day, they should make a smell like so you can smell anything in the game or something like that. And they even tested that with like a movie before. They had like a scratch and sniff card,
Oh man.
and different smells were a part of the when they showed it. The
Mhm.
characters on the screen, you would just scratch that
Sniff.
one
Mhm.
and sniff that, and you could be experience
Oh.
like the movie in a different way. So it'd be an interesting concept. I don't know how many people would buy it for all that.
Yo, they gotta really come up with something that's really gonna attract people attention because sometimes even you're playing that you gotta play that in a game. You gotta play that even console game in a place where you don't have that much smell because damn near it's still in your house regardless. So you got a
Mhm.
bunch of smells going on. So how's it that gonna if it's gonna power over your living room? You know how some people have
Yeah.
smelled and then some people, if there's games that you smell like you got your own stink ass smell, and then what is gonna all of a sudden is gonna spray out. So it's gonna be different. But we'll see. We'll see what if somebody really comes up with it, and they're gonna have to demonstrate and see what kind of smell they got because that's different. Different. That's different. You know. So I seen we talk about how these AI robots and they just coming trying to be a companionship robots. So I guess they had the convention in Las Vegas. I think it's called IRE. That robot is ready to be your companionship. They said it also you can they wanted to have it as a secretary, answering phones. But that way they're creating these. Remember we was talking about the AI strip club and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And how they was like I told you, they was working on the skin. They was working on it, like now it's looking like real humanized.
Hmm.
So that damn near is. She got the body. They got they got they got the body, got the whole figure. She thick. You know what I mean? Looking good for a little AI robot. They gonna trick some people up.
Yeah.
They gonna definitely trick some people up, yo.
They said they can make them anywhere that you want to. So if you have a picture of somebody you want to make them,
Mm-hmm.
they can just copy in and make them the same way.
So let me play this clip right quick. They was talking crazy.
How much are they?
So a robot like Melody is $150,000, and that's fully
Crazy.
AI capable and customized. We can actually make the robot look like anything you want. So you can come to us and say, we would like to give us a picture of someone, and we can make that robot customized to you, and we can customize the
Freaky.
AI so that it knows exactly what you want it to know. So it can learn about your company, it can learn about your product,
Okay.
or it can be your girlfriend.
He said it like it was nothing.
This is-
Yeah, it could be your girlfriend.
My God, this is my family member.
Well, you could. We always say you can take our robots as a date to a wedding. We have this here on display for people to touch, so you can give that a feel and see how that
The
feels.
texture is probably nice.
are all modular, so we could actually take the
Yes.
faces off Melody
Take-
and Aria.
take the
throw
face
them on
off.
top. It's all magnetized or special technology.
Swap her out.
And then you have a different robotic character. This allows us to
If they are not the same body, you're just gonna
clients
switch out the
change their
face.
minds and they want a different character.
crazy.
We can design a different face for them, and then they can add that on very easily.
Are they easy to swap? How long does it take to swap?
It takes about 10 seconds. You just peel it off and then put the other one on. It's our patented system with magnets.
How much are they?
So a robot
Crazy. Crazy.
That's interesting though. Still, but that price is woo.
Yeah, no, that right. The other guy was talking about, oh yeah, you can get half for 10,000. Like you can get half a body for 10,000. Yo, man, but it just shows you what you get to that level, man. The money is like you want to waste your money on these things.
I guess so.
Get $1 million robot, get like 10 of them.
Well, no, but they do more than just like provide company. I guess with the AI system, I guess you can actually put them to work.
Well, that's what he said. He said
Yeah.
one of them could be the secretary. You
Mhm.
know, one could be like a secretary. But that's another world. That's gonna be another world. Well, and you talked about how some people are gonna get addicted to these type of things because it's gonna know you. It's gonna say the right things.
It's gonna be tuned to your personality. So yeah,
Oh
that's
man,
a whole soulmate right there. Be like, oh shoot,
He said, or you can just have it as your girlfriend.
and it don't even eat. Just
Yeah.
chill. Just runs on battery.
He said that very simple. Oh yeah, you can just have it as your girlfriend.
He knew what he was doing.
Like, what? So he was like, we say it as a family member. Man. So yeah, no, it is interesting about we talked about these type of things, and now the technology is moving, the times is moving, and it's happening. It's happening. What can we say? It's happening. But we'll pay attention to see how far they're gonna go up with that, with the AI robots.
Well, like we pay attention to see how much more they're gonna do, because they coming too far already.
Oh no, this gonna get freaky.
Hmm.
Somebody definitely gonna turn that freak stuff. But I want to take shout out to that SpaceX, man. Yo, SpaceX always doing amazing thing. And I'm always hearing when that countdown at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But it looks like they're inspiring other companies. So now you got Toyota Motor, the corporation. They invested in the Japanese startup. They aim at mass production. Man, these rockets. That people are really investing in. I think how much? I forgot how many value. 45 million just to start it up. They're investing. So they're trying to get on track to where, like I said, they're using so space is going to be a whole different monopoly. It's going to be a whole. Once they get to that where they know how to launch it and land it, people are trying to buy. People are trying to go to different planets and just try to.
People trying to buy planets next.
Yeah, they just going. They just going up there. They just, yeah, this is mine. Like, who going?
Plot.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I saw. Yeah, the first one get nope. That's mine. I got the left. You got the right. Because think about who's stopping you. Who's going out there to stop? You know who's gonna stop you?
Government.
No, the aliens.
The government.
Yeah. No, the government. The
Be like,
government
I'm
got.
the president of the United States. Be like, I'm stopping you. Be
Man.
like, that's United States down there.
You're gonna have to come get me.
Yeah.
Because even when Elon was talking, he was like, yo, to go to Mars, you go every 6 months, and you have to launch at a certain time. To go to Mars, it's gonna take you 6 months. I was like, damn.
Most of you don't have way back.
Yeah, like you gotta shorten that. You gotta find the short. They're gonna find a way to shorten stuff, but just to take that trip, I'm like, damn. It's like, yeah, you gotta go in a certain time. You gotta be at a certain time, certain angle. But yeah, I mean that the fact that they're just people, different corporations and different companies are getting the money together and saying, yo, we gotta get our own rockets. And the Japanese, and they're big on that type of technology too. They're already ahead of that technology, so they have those type of technology already. So they was playing around with space, but now that everybody's trying to get together and trying to do these rockets, it's definitely going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting.
Gonna be more people going, so that's gonna be good though. So It really gonna depend on what they can build up there too next.
And I told you, man, that's why they're using these robots. That's why they're
Mm-hmm.
doing these AI robots and all this. You can control by yourself. You know, when it could be far apart and you control these robots because that's what they're gonna do. You know, that's what they. That's how it's gonna build it. You know, um, yeah, man, it's gonna be. Oh man, I just want to see the damn aliens, yo. You see how that shit just disappeared? It done just disappeared, man. You know, they told these drones. I don't know what's going on no more about the drones. Nobody talks about it.
They're gone.
That's crazy. Anyway, but yeah, so you know, I wanna see what's gonna happen. You know, because a lot of things it's other worlds and different planets. You know, these rockets is starting to take off. No point intended, man. But yeah, you know, pay attention to that too. Uh, it looks like the Waymo. I talked about it early. You know, I was like, yo, watch. You know, these things gotta have to have. You know, it's gonna be some good things, gonna be some bad things. I mean, they had some things in San Francisco. They was doing, you know, testing it out for the Waymo. But the guy had a problem with it because it was just malfunction. Um, yeah.
Okay, why is this happening to me on a Monday? I'm in a Waymo
Connected
car.
to rider support. This call
And
may be recorded for quality
He just kept
assurance.
going.
This car is just going in
Circles.
circles.
Hi there, Mike. This is Gab. I'm calling
What's
from
fun?
Waymo support. I'm just calling because I received a notification that your car might be experiencing.
He said it
some
might be
issues.
experiencing some
I'm driving
glitches.
circles.
He's like, I'm getting dizzy.
Like to catch, why is this thing going in a circle? I'm getting dizzy. It's look at what it's doing.
Yeah. No, he just sitting there riding with it. Like just keep going. There's got to be some type of protocol that you can like stop it. I think it should like they gotta implement something that you can just hit a button, that you can just stop it. If it malfunction, or it can let you out. And, you know, because it's dangerous. I mean, last time I played something where it just left them in the middle of nowhere. They had a lady and they just left them in the nowhere because they just lost the direction of it. But I mean, these Waymo. I mean, first of all, I said I don't know why if you going to take a plane, if I know you want to test it out and all that because it's still a new, you know, technology. So there's going to be some hiccups, on the beginning, you know. But he got a plane. I don't think he got a plane because I don't.
Oh, he definitely most likely did. He was just trying to get a cheap ride or
That's
an easier ride.
man.
I definitely would have pushed that start button on the key thing. I'm like, start. We gonna stop
Man,
this car.
I got a plane to catch. I'm not taking no Waymo. Not yet. You know, not yet. But you know, these things are still in the beginning. It's like it's going to malfunction. You know, it's definitely going to malfunction. But I was like, that was funny.
Mhm.
See it go around in circles.
I'd have been hopped out.
Oh man. You know, talking about AI and stuff like that. Nvidia, you know, Jensen Hung, you know, CEO. Shout out to him wearing that fly jacket. I don't know, was that snakeskin? You know, he had that like new black. You know,
Mhm.
he was like, I'm about to be a fly AI CEO. But yeah, he you know, he's definitely had another seminar, I guess. You know, talking about the Black Wall. We talked about the Black Wall early, but now,
we need is really quite incredible.
you know,
And this
he's
is basically
saying
one
how
giant
powerful
chip.
this thing
So
is.
what we basically have
And
here is
for him to say that,
72
it was
Blackwell
kind of
GPUs
interesting.
are 144 dies. This one chip here is 1.4 exaflops. The world's largest supercomputer, fastest supercomputer, only recently, this entire room supercomputer only recently achieved an exaflop plus. This is 1.4 exaflops of AI floating point performance. It has 14 terabytes of memory, but here's the amazing thing. The memory bandwidth is 1.2 petabytes per second. That's
I don't
basically
even know
the
petabyte. This is
entire
great.
internet traffic is being processed across these chips. 130 trillion transistors in total, 2,592 CPU cores. So these are the Blackwells. These are our ConnectX networking chips.
He's saying
These are the NVLink.
full soul power, it can hold the
About the
internet
NVLink,
bandwidth,
the NVLink
the
spine.
whole internet.
That's not
The
possible.
traffic of the internet.
These are
That's
all of
crazy.
the HBM memories.
Come on,
14
that, a
terabytes
lot
of
of
HBM memory.
come on.
This is what we're trying to do, and this is the miracle. This is the miracle of the Blackwell system.
That's great. That's great. that they invented something like that already. What what kind of? I mean, what do you think they might use that for?
For AI. That's what they said for. It's supposed to run all, basically have like the AI system running at peak performance.
And we know that that's really the chip, so now it can store so. But this is it just showing you how these chips can store that much. So that's how powerful you put that in an AI humanoid bot. That's why that bot gonna know everything in the damn world because it has that much memory that it can store.
Hmm.
That's scary. It's so scary, but they got it. They got it, and imagine putting a imagine getting a humanoid bot in AI and getting one of those black chips, and boom, damn near know everything on the internet. Anything.
Be a real secretary then.
Man, crazy. It's crazy. It's moving though. It's moving. Um, and also now it looks like Mark Zuckerberg, he's having to change your heart because he wasn't really for the free expression and
Oh,
you
oh,
know,
that's it.
yeah, he wasn't for the free expression. You know, he was kind of censored some stuff on his network with Facebook and Instagram. But I guess he's feeling like it's too much now. You know, it's blocking anything where it's not, it's not letting it be a free speech. And he's like, you know what, I wanna change that. I want to change that.
Yeah.
I definitely want to change that.
He was talking about how it's been blocking like a lot of creativity and stuff like that and making it limited. And that wasn't his purpose of what Facebook was supposed to be about.
No, so basically saying Facebook and internet, Instagram is getting boring, man. Spice it back up.
I want to talk about something important today
Okay.
because it's time to get back to our roots around free expression on
Get back to our
Facebook and
roots.
Instagram. But a lot has happened over the last several years. There's been widespread debate about potential harms from online content. Governments and legacy media have pushed to censor more and more. A lot of this is clearly political, but there's also a lot of legitimately bad stuff out there. Drugs, terrorism, child exploitation. These are things that we take very seriously, and I want to make sure that we handle responsibly. So we built a lot of complex systems to moderate content. But the problem with complex systems is they make mistakes. Even if they accidentally censor just 1% of posts, that's millions of people. And we've reached a point where it's just too many mistakes and too much censorship. So we're going to get back to our roots and focus on reducing mistakes, simplifying our policies, and restoring free expression on our platforms.
Right. So we'll see. We'll see how the changes of that, if that opens up the gateway to be more expressive on there. Instagram's having different stories and different photos and different things. So let's see if he gets into people paying attention with a little bit of more freedom of speech.
Yeah.
You know, and and like you said, it don't have to be the truth, but it gives you just the freedom of expressing yourself and having other people be the judge if that's the truth or not. So see how that goes with Facebook and Instagram. Because TikTok is definitely freedom of speech. And we definitely Twitter or X, whatever you gonna call it, is freedom of speech. So it's good for him to get back to, like you said, his roots, freedom of speech. So we'll see about that. So yeah, I think that's all I think I got. So let me get on some motivation today. Let's get some
You
motivation.
didn't have motivation for a second.
Oh no, I gotta have a little of that. Da-da-da-da. Little bit of motivation. I need a motivation. Okay, so it says, let life be what it needs to be, not what you want it to be. I was like, wow, when I heard that, it could be two different things. Sometimes you try to force life to be a certain way. They say, just have life be what it's supposed to be. at the end of the day, you always can contribute. I feel like you can always contribute to making it be what you want it to be. But sometimes life is life. You can't focus on it not being the way you think it's supposed to go. That's why when I heard that, I interpreted that.
Okay, I see that too.
Mhm.
But I feel like focusing on something and chasing it, but it's still not the right. Doesn't really fit when you chase after it, think you're gonna get it, and then it's like, nah, that's not what's supposed to happen.
Mhm. No, yeah, like that's life. Work hard what you're supposed to try to go towards.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't get it, it's still just enjoy life itself, what it's supposed to be. Um, so it's a good thing and then it's a bad thing, but it's like don't focus too much or something have to be this way. It has to be this way. Eventually, it will. If
Mm-hmm.
you work out and do the right things, eventually it will. Let life be what it's supposed to be. That's what I interpret. I'll give another one. It says, it's not the effort you put in while people are watching that matters, but the energy you put in when you're alone. You know, hearing that, I said, okay, yeah, because sometimes the things you do by yourself and alone, you have to put in that effort. You have to put in that work. You have to put in that hard work. You have to be the best of you when you're alone, because then it's gonna show once it actually is somebody actually is watching it, because you're already prepared. You're kind of already prepared. Um, and that's what I kind of got when I heard it. You know. So you definitely put the effort in more. I feel like you should put the effort in more when you're alone, not when somebody's watching
Mm-hmm. Don't be a show off.
you. All right, well, that's what I got for everybody today. So, thank you for joining us for this episode 59. Round of applause again. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and then join us in the meantime, between time for the next episode. And you've been rocking with Duvop
And Jamel.
Peace.
I love it. You guys are so great.